Let's make sure I got everything in order. But how's it, team? Hope you are well. Look at that, Mad Kiwi's even given me the drum roll. How are you all doing? Just cruise through who's here. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Give me the big thumbs up if you can hear me, guys. But we have Stephen Dixon in the house, Jade's Adventures, Digger Mike, Mason Waller, Arnie C has popped in, Chris Tui, NZ Warriorsman, and Kiwi Kaimawana. So welcome, guys. Glad you could join me tonight. Sure can. Everything's sweet. Excellent. NZ Warriorsman, question for the group. How do I gain access to a bush road? I'm assuming the bush road now, it's a bush road now, was a small mill town that closed in the 70s, trying to check it out. NZ Warriorsman, if it's on the map and it's a paper road, it's pretty much a clear access. If, however, it does go through private property, even though it is a paper road, I would suggest maybe gaining the farmer's permission first. But paper roads are still a public road. He can't really deny you. And as long as you stick to that road, you should be okay. But that's only if it's on a map as a paper road, bro. So you'd have to just double check with that. Generally, if it was a town, then yeah, it should be a paper road. I'm guessing it was either an old gold town or an old milling town. I'm guessing I would be guessing it's a paper road, so you should be fine, mate. David Carlisle is in the house, as is Blades Piggin. Welcome, buddy. Welcome. Oh my goodness, we've got 17 in the house already, so thank you so much. I've got down all the super chats already from you guys who were the early birds. So, how's it, Chris Tui? Welcome along, buddy. Nigel's in the house. How's it, buddy? Better get your name down as one of my patrons. Stephen, that's a nice theory. Dezeen City Council has been... Salmon Hunter Sean is in the house. Been working on your knife this week too, bro. Nigel. Cheer for your ongoing support, buddy. How's the shoulder? My shoulder's pretty cool. I'll give you a bit of an update on that. Johnny Howell. Howdy, mate, and welcome along. Got my bourbon tonight, so a bit of Dutch courage to keep me going through the stream. But yeah, it's been a fairly crappy couple of weeks, actually, to be completely honest with you guys. Been a bit down in the dumps. A few things have gotten to me this week. Just the whole ACC saga and all that carry on. It's just getting harder and harder to survive. That's been getting down on me a bit. We had a bit of a close call last weekend with one of my nephews. He went through a plate glass window and cut himself up pretty bad. Hence, sort of why we didn't go live last week. Had a few issues there. Ended up in hospital. My wife ended up in hospital with him because his parents were down in Queenstown. It's my wife's sister, their son. He ended up in hospital, and yeah, Vanessa ended up in there till silly hours of the morning. He got stitched up, pretty extensive surgery. He chopped a couple of tendons in his hand completely through, severed the tendons completely. So they had to do hand surgery on his hand and stitch the tendons back together. In fact, Vanessa watched and helped out the surgeon, which was really crazy. And she come home, she was buzzing. She really actually enjoyed it. But she said she watched the surgeon peel back the skin and pull the tendons up, stitch the tendons back together and all the rest of it. And she said it was really fascinating. But yeah, we were just, we were shattered on Sunday, hence why nothing really happened. Pig Dog, welcome, buddy, all the way from Australia. I'll just write your name down, bud. Pig dog. Pig dog. Another Patreon. Get you in there for the end of stream. Have I missed anybody? No. Oh, Arnie C. Thanks, brother. Cheers for that, bud. So yes, it's been a funny, weird, crazy week, to be honest. And it's also one for Dave's not here, Carlisle. Yeah, he's never here. He's always not here. Kayla, welcome along. Been a while since you've been in a stream. Just get your name down there. Kayla. Fan number. That's a big name. It's almost like mine. 1. That'll do. Welcome along. Yeah, but yeah, it was. So I'm just catching up on chat. It's all getting away on me. Got a few people in the house here tonight, so that's cool. Yeah, so it's just been a messy week. The weather's been crusty. I've just been a little bit down in the dumps with everything, and just struggling with a lot of things. I've had quite a bit to process, just with a few like work and ACC and all that sort of carry on. So wasn't really even going to go live tonight. I was sort of humming and hawing, but I decided, nah, got to do it for the fans. So here we are. So it may not be a long one, guys. I've got a couple of giveaways, and we'll go through the end of stream deal. B for Baron. Cheers, matey. B for Baron. Thanks for that, buddy. Much appreciated. Think I might back soon, bro. Going to read a book to my youngest. I've let Ness put all our kids to bed, although they pretty much all put themselves to bed now. We've just got to go and say good night. So, are they being ratbags tonight? Oh. Yeah, it's supposed to be Mother's Night here, or Mother's Day. They're meant to behave themselves, and they're being absolute ratbags. So it's typical, isn't it? So, mind you, she did get. You got breakfast in bed today, this morning, didn't you? Yeah, I made the kids get up before church, and we made sure that they made a coffee and got her breakfast in bed. So, yep. So to all the mothers out there watching at the moment, Merry Mother's Day. Strange As is in the house. How's it, my man? Hope you are well. Arnie C, 50 in a few months. My body is whining. Yeah, I'm not 50 till next year. I'm only 49 this year. So, yeah, but I'm getting close. Getting very close. I'll tell you what, my body is definitely whining as well. Can't believe, yes, you have, Kayla fan number 1. You've been there right from quite a long time ago. Cheers, Jade. Off work with pay as work issue. Oh, that's not cool, mate. You're off. You're not at work at the moment, Mad Kiwi. Like, you actually not working because there's issues at work, or because I thought you guys were crazy busy. 10 years behind me, hey Digger Mike. Just a spring chicken, aren't you, bro? Spring chicken. Yeah, Vanessa says, shut up. Stop skiting. What were you saying? Oh, show off. Same thing. Yeah, Digger Mike, you're a show off. So, yeah. But yeah, as for the shoulder, guys, very, very encouraging. 2 weeks ago, I had my big Denny. How's it, my bro? I had a surgeon's appointment. So I went to the surgeon. It was my 3-month catch-up. So pretty much, well, fingers crossed, it was my midway catch-up. I've still got another 3 to 4 months to go. But he was very happy. I pretty much get rid of the sling now, so I don't have to worry about the sling at all. I was tempted to have a sling burning ceremony, but I haven't quite got around to that. And I think those things are quite expensive, so I might hold on to it just in case one of one of the family members ever needs it later on down the track. But yeah, I am now on full physio. So we are... Hello. Oh, you can, yeah. Yeah. That'll learn you, won't it? Yep, see. Digger Mike says, hey, Ness. She says hi back. So I'm on full physio now. Now we can't, I'm not allowed to do any heavy lifting still. So I'm not allowed to lift anything basically with my arm. Oh, Church Aids. Get a couple for you, bro. I'll throw a couple in for that one. Much appreciated. Actually, I better just explain what I'm doing. Most of you guys all know what's going on, but for those who don't, at the end of stream, during the stream, I've got a couple of giveaways, just the small giveaways. And then at the end of stream, for all my Patreons and all my YouTube members, I do a giveaway. And for anybody who does a super chat, I do another giveaway. Now, those giveaways are for a custom knife, custom CK blade that I build. So it'll be custom blade to your design. So you'll pick through some designs, some handles and all the rest of it. Design it up to about 300 bucks. There we go. Mum says you guys are being all annoying. It's Mother's Day. You're meant to be going to bed and going to sleep. $11. I know, but lucky aren't I? Right, bed. Good night. So the end of stream draws for those who do super chats and patrons or YouTube members. You need 5 wins. So if you win tonight and you win another 5 consecutive times, you win the giveaway. Now we've given away one knife already. One person won a knife already this year. So we're on to the second knife now. It's, yeah, like I say, your choice, your blade, everything's custom made to what you want, to the value of $300. That's a pretty cool prize. And I will endeavour to ship that anywhere in the world as well, as long as regulations and customs allow it. So far at the moment, we have Nigel has 2 entries, Blades Piggin has 2 entries, Jade has 2 entries, Pig Dog has 1 entry, Kiwi Kaimawana has 1 entry, and Arnie C has 1 entry. So that's where we're sitting at the moment with the knife draw. So that's pretty cool. So anybody who is a member of my Patreon, and that means even if you join up Patreon tonight, say on the chat that you've joined up on Patreon, or if you join as a member for YouTube, that'll come up here as well. You go in the draw, and anybody who does a super chat, that's another entry as well. For any super chats, no matter how many you do. So that's where we're at with that. Back to my shoulder. So I am on full physio now. Now we are doing we're doing assisted stretching. So we're trying to get it to stretch back past where it's all tightened up. So at the moment I can only, I can come up to about there and it locks up. Cheers, Arnie. You're a legend, buddy. So it locks up because what's happened is because I've been 3 months without any movement, the tendons have all basically, they've gone solid. They don't stretch anymore. So what we've got to do is we've got to stretch them out and get that movement back so that the shoulder can rotate a bit more. Now, your shoulder is the area that's got the most rotation in your body. It's the one joint that moves the most. And so I'm not probably going to get 100% of it back by the sounds of it, but the physio is pretty confident we're going to get probably about 90% back in movement, which is pretty cool. And also now we've started to do unassisted lifting or movements. So we're trying to strengthen or trying to get mass back in this muscle here in my main shoulder, up in my traps and my lats and in my back, because it's all been sitting around doing absolutely diddly squat and it's wasted away a little bit. Like when I take my shirt off and you stand in the mirror, you can see this trap is nice and got good definition. This one here is actually almost hollow. It sinks down and my shoulder muscle has shrunk as well and gone right in because my shoulder comes down, and then of course I've got my trapezius muscle and that's a big muscle, and that pops out, and it just everything looks just so lopsided. I look like an absolute freak. It's hilarious. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to just slowly get that stretch back, so we can get all the movement back and the rotation side of it. Then with the lifting of my arm, without any pulleys or ropes or anything, we're just slowly working those muscles back up. And I'll tell you what, first couple of times I did that, it was hideous, because I don't know how many of you guys go to the gym and you do a good weight session and you get that nice pump feeling where your muscles burn, and it's a really cool feeling. You get that pump. The muscles are all burnt, they're all pumped up, they're all engorged but full of blood. And it's a really cool feeling. And then the next day it's like, oh, they feel sore, and you squeeze them and they're a bit sore and tender. But it's a cool feeling because it's a worked muscle feeling. Well, I'm getting that feeling just from lifting my arm. It is so hilarious. I mean, I'm not even doing weights, just the lifting of my arm, unassisted now, just with the weight of my arm, is working these muscles so much that it feels like I'm doing these massive big weightlifting sessions, and I end up with this huge pump in my shoulder, and it's like the next day I'm like, oh, that hurts. And I think that's probably because I'm a little bit old as well and getting a bit soft, but it's hilarious. So I've got 6 weeks of unassisted movement where I'm not allowed to lift anything, not allowed to do any weights. So, and then I have another 6 weeks after that of some small weights. So we will be able to actually start strengthening it. So at the moment, we're just trying to condition it and wake it up, so to speak. And then from there, in another 6 weeks, we'll be doing some actual lifting. It'll be light weights. It'll be like a can of baked beans or something like that. It'll just be small weights, real small weights. But it's a start, and I'm super excited about it. It's quite cool, but it has been quite sore. So with all because I pretty much stretch it 2 times a day, and then I do my muscle exercises once a day, and so it does get a bit sore. I'm getting quite bad neck pain from the muscles starting to beef up on one side, because at the moment everything's very lopsided, so it all seems to be pulling to the side, and I get a bit of neck ache and all the rest of it. But you don't want to hear me whinging about my ailments. You wait till I get an old man, I'll be whinging about everything. My toes will be sore, my nose will hurt. Shoulder massages, yeah. Although it's poor Ness has got her own ailments at the moment, so yeah. Put your ear to your shoulder when you can rotate. No, it actually doesn't, mate. It doesn't sound like broken glass. There's nothing loose in there now. So now that it's all been stitched up, there's no sound in there. Before I had the surgery, it wasn't so much. It was more like it wasn't so much a glass, but more of like a grinding gravel sound, like I had gravel in my joint, because I actually did that at one stage. I had my arm up here like this, and I was doing something, and I could hear the grinding sound. It wasn't like glass, but it was more of like it's hard to say, but like you had your fist into some gravel, and you could hear it, and it was not a nice sound, but yeah. Oh, that's your left shoulder, bud. Oh no. So have you had your shoulder had surgery on it, Arnie C, or is it just one of those things you've learnt to live with? Yeah, grinding gravel. yeah, that's what you hear. Oh, mate. I'm in yarn with the surgeon. He told me to do physio, as he won't do better than 90%, but the physio can do better. Yeah, well, my physio is pretty confident that he'll have me 100% ready for work by the end of this next 3 months. The only catch is my surgeon, who has the final say, is quite a conservative surgeon, and I'm pretty sure he's going to turn around and say there'll be 1 more month of taking it easy and just getting ready. Because he, right from the word go, he's always said that it's 7 months recovery period. And of course, this surgeon has the last say. The physio can't say either or. It's got to be the surgeon has to sign off because it's his surgery. Because so far, the physio, 3 weeks ago, before my last surgeon's appointment, the physio was ready for me to do unassisted lifting. but he wasn't allowed because the surgeon had said no, no unassisted lifting until next appointment. So the surgeon sort of pretty much had a say, but the physio has said so far I've been way ahead of the recovery that they're looking at. My movement has been way better. The stretching is way better. It's like at the moment, I'm probably like, to give you a gauge, I should be at about 70% movement, 75% movement. Well, I'm right up at about 80 to 85% movement in my entire shoulder and the entire rotator cuff. And I'm also, the strength-wise, I should be about 50% strength at the moment, and I'm probably 60, 70% at the moment. So the physio is really happy with the way I'm going. He says I'll have no issue getting back to work. When I go back to work, he says I'll be 100% ready with all that strength back in there. But he doesn't have the final say. It's the surgeon. So, yeah, it just is what it is. So, have you ever gone to Mount Isabel? Chris Tui, I have. We last year, my son did a camp in Hamner, and we did the tramp. So we did the tramp up to the waterfall, as a dog stream waterfall, and then the tramp up over onto Mount Isabel. So, yeah, been there. KiwiCon Wine and my wife had frozen shoulder. Took 2 years to heal. Yeah. I also had tendonitis in the shoulders from weightlifting too much. Took 9 months. Yeah. If you don't get the surgery, it can, like, I was told if I didn't have the surgery, it would take about 2 years to heal up. So they do heal up on their own, but I wouldn't have been able to work in that time. So it would have been 2 years off work. And ACC wouldn't have wanted to pay me for 2 years. And I wouldn't have wanted them to anyway because they're absolute muppets and they don't pay enough. So that's why they've okayed because my work is, what I do is heavy lifting day in, day out. And because I'm young, or what they call young, they said they agreed to the surgery straight away. The cost of the surgery was probably going to be better and outweighed the cost of 2 years of rehabilitation trying to get this thing to heal by itself. So if I had a desk job, they probably would have said no surgery, and I would have just had to lots of physio and work it back up over the next 2 years. Would have healed up, may not have been exactly the same, would have been very painful for those 2 years, but ACC opted to have the surgery and get me back into the workforce quicker, so it wasn't going to cost them more in the long run. So it's been, it's a real catch-22. It's frustrating because it's put me out at the moment, but by end of August, I should be well and truly back into it. Maybe beginning of September maybe. So, yeah. So, any good news from Avon? Who's Avon, Mad Kiwi? What have you done? Yeah, I've had a lot of people say that, Stephen. I've had a lot of people, just even people, random people that I've been talking to. Oh, yeah, my mate's had one of those surgeries. And says, oh, yeah, do what you're told. Yeah, they've had it twice because they stuffed it up and went back to work too quick. So, yeah, I've had a lot of horror stories of guys pushing too hard, going back to work a little bit too quick and ending up blowing it all out again, or ending up with small tears that they won't do anything about. And, oh, the river, yeah. I might be able to get in there in about a month, maybe. Once I start doing some strengthening and get this strengthened up a little bit, I reckon I probably can. I've already been out detecting a couple of times, so that's exciting. So there's going to be some more videos of me getting out detecting now, which is going to be cool. I had planned on going out and videoing other people. Oh, bump the camera. Earthquake. I had planned on doing some videoing of other people going out detecting, but the main person, Digger Mike, went and ended up getting a carpal tunnel surgery on his hand, and he ended up not being able to go digging. So, although he's back at it at the end of this month, and good old Josh, who I do a heap with, is doing mainly night digs. So, and yeah, night digs are sweet, but yeah, not great for making videos. It's sort of a bit boring following someone around at night. So they want you to die before you just about, aren't you, see, mate? Just about. Don't get me started with ACC either. we're only getting paid, when they finally come around to paying us, we're only getting paid about 1/3 of what I actually bring home per week, not the 80% that they all talk about. So we're still contesting and trying to figure out why that is. But hey, it is what it is. At least we're getting something. We're surviving. But yeah, definitely learned how to budget. I'll tell you that much for free. Yeah, lucky for some, LOL. Yeah, I'm just mainly doing parks, looking for spendies and things like that. But I have done a bit of digging. Digger Mike came out with me just for a wander around on my first trip back. Went out with the sluices and Digger Mike, and how do we dig? I think we got 1 silver, so that was pretty cool. But the good news from all of this, and the one silver lining that has come out of it all, is my physio has actually said I can shoulder a pack now. Not a big heavy pack, but I can shoulder a pack and fire a rifle. So you know what that means, guys? Yeah, woohoo! I'm off up to the hills. So I'm going to start planning, if the weather plays ball, and as long as I can afford it, I'm going to head out on some hunting trips. I've got a couple of mates lined up, so I'm going to probably do some day trips in close proximity for a start. So I'm not carrying a big pack. I've got a couple of spots I want to go and look at, and then maybe come June, I will probably start doing some overnighters and try and get into some real decent. Yeah, no 50 cows, mate. Just a 303, Arnie. Just 308. Yeah, I'll just take, and it's suppressed as well, so it doesn't actually. There's not a huge amount of recoil in that. I actually sold my big 300 Win Mag, my big baby. We've actually had to sell quite a bit to keep afloat over the last few months. But yeah, the big Win Mag, the big Bagara 300 Win Mag, that's gone. We've sold that. Along with quite a few other bits and pieces. All my gold's gone now as well, so we've had to sell all my gold and silver, but that's all right. We are surviving. One arm crispy with a 50 cal. Yeah, doing a Rambo. But that's okay. I've got my trusty little 308 bush pig, and that's fully suppressed too, so it doesn't actually it doesn't kick that much. It's really good. So that'll come in quite handy. And yeah, I might just do some trips up to Kaikoura, maybe maybe whack over some goats, just get back into the swing of things. Just do some day trips up the back of North Canterbury here, and yeah, should be sweet. Yeah, Parrot Sniper, one of those big semi-autos. I'd love to see one of those going with one hand. So that's sort of a bit of a silver line. That's quite exciting for me. I've been on a couple of wee walks up the hill, and that's been cool. So yeah, I've got my little Ruger 1022. I put a bit of a I've almost sold all my silver as well. Yeah, but I saved my house, sold it all for double. Yeah. Well, silver's gone up, Arnie? It's good. Yeah, still got my little Ruger 1022 semi. I put an ad out on Facebook to see if I could find any or get some farm properties around Canterbury to go and just shoot some bunnies during the day and do a bit of spotlighting and some possums and take the boys with me. And nobody said boo. Everybody gave me lots of advice on how to do it and good luck and following and all the rest of it. But nobody actually offered up a property, which was really interesting. I would have thought with the bunny crisis the way it is, and with bunnies being almost plague-like again, I would have thought people would be jumping up and down to get guys onto their properties to shoot. But yeah, clearly not. So I had I've got one property up in Kaikoura I've got to go and have a look at. But other than that, it's sort of bombed out on that one. So I might even do some go and do some door knocking maybe in the closer proximities and just see what I can get. There's plenty of bunnies up the river and all the rest of it, so I'll probably just do some trips up there. So that's quite exciting, and it'd be good to get back out into the hills. Yeah. Door knocking, mate. Yeah. Yeah, and not even that mad, Kiwi, is you've actually you've got to sort of almost be a little bit more health and safety savvy too, because you've got to have do you have pets or no, we don't, Chris. We're in a rental, mate, so we can't actually have pets. I'd love a dog, but and Brax would absolutely dearly love a dog, but no, we're in a rental at the moment, so maybe in a few years' time when we get our own place, we'll get a dog. Uh, you've got rabbits, but you're in Cromwell. Bit far to travel. Although I'm going to be down that way soon. I'm going to go see once Dredge NZ have got their big shed and warehouse all set up and the new shop set up. I'm going to go down to Omarama and go down there, see them, spend a weekend with them, and do another video on the new shop and the new warehouse and everything that's going on down there, just to keep people in the loop of how it's all going. He's been posting on Facebook quite a bit that he's pretty much doing the shed by himself, so massive undertaking. That's pretty epic. But yeah, we'll see how it goes with the door knocking. I mean, there's plenty of other places I can sort of go semi poaching, and score a few bunnies. Going to try and get out and do some trapping as well, and get back into the old possum trapping. The prices of the fur have gone back up, so that's pretty cool. They're doing 95 bucks a kilo now for hand plucked, so that's pretty cool. But let's do a giveaway. I'm waffling a bit here, so I got Brax chose one number, and then I said about numbers, and Vanessa got all carried away. And what did you do? Oh, you're Hunter. What are you doing up? Oh, good luck with that if it's gone through the wash. Trying to find a piece of paper that's gone through a pocket in the wash. We've all been there, haven't we? And Vanessa decided she'd come up, oh, what's all our birthdays put together? All the birth dates. So she added up all the birth dates and gave me a number. So we'll start with that one first. So on this piece of card here, oh, Nigel. Sure, buddy. Missed that one. Thanking you. So I've got a number here. I've got two little prizes. Got a couple of silver coins. We've got a NZ sixpence and a British sixpence. So 50% silver and a 925 silver. Two of those. So we'll do the first one now. And we're just doing the numbers game. Okay, so on here I have a number. And it's pretty much all our birth dates put together. So Vanessa did the maths. It hurt my brain way too much. So what we'll do, mate, is we will... What's going on here? Get rid of that. I will give you guys a number range. And when you see that number range in the chat, I'll type in go. And then you guys go for it. And hopefully we won't crash my computer. So it's that one. And, oh, sorry. Giving you another earthquake. Alrighty, guys. So as many answers as you want. I don't think we'll crash the computer. So there we go, guys. Number range from 100 to 150. So give me an answer. It's between 100 and 150. Yeah, g'day, Jacob. Hey, there it goes. Seen already. That was way too easy. Stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. We do have it. We do have it. I've seen it. And remember, guys, no correspondence to be entered into. That was what was on my chat. It will be different from yours, especially you guys overseas and around the country who aren't in Christchurch. The number is 123. Believe it or not, all our birth dates, all the like, I'm on the 21st, kids are on the 20th, blah, blah, blah. They all added up to 123. So that was a bit random. So going back for 123 was Jacob with 47, and how's it, bro? Welcome to the chat. 143 for NZ Warriorsman, Nigel 142, and Jake J. How's it, bro? You must have been lurking, or I've missed you coming in. So Jake J comes in with 123, and then Jade goes 223, getting right out there, mate. So Jake J, congrats, my bro. Jake J. I think I've got something else. I packaged everything up this week, ready to go out. So I got the big prizes for the big giveaway draw that we did. I got those all packaged up. I got a box made for that knife for old Silver Taniwha. That's all packaged up. They're all ready to go out. And then I've got a bunch of other bits and pieces all packaged up, ready to go. So, yep, Jake J. There goes one of yours. I think you've got a couple of coins and a sticker there. So I will add that to that. Flick me through your address where you want it sent to, bro, and I'll get that sent away. Yo. We haven't done it. Oh, it's just a numbers one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Jake J. Go to sleep, man. Boy, oh boy. Thanks for that, Arnie. I purposely do these streams a little bit later so they don't bother me, because they just want to be in amongst it, and they want to be doing this and want to be doing that, and it's just tearing my hair out. Not a worries, Jake J. Congrats. And welcome along. So who else have we got here? Nobody else has come in. Yeah, Mason Waller, it's what's on my screen, bro. And Nigel, yeah, I had Jake J first on mine. Then NZ Warriorsman, Nigel was quite a wee ways down on mine. So, yeah, very, very different. Campbell Kemp, obviously another lurker. Welcome, buddy. So it's very, very different. Everybody's screen, guys, will be all over the place. So everybody's chat will be very, very different, purely because of the different time zones. And like I say, I explain this every other time. I've been on live streams from guys watching guys in the States. And yeah, Arnie C, you'd know all about this. You put your answer in and you pop up top of the list and you think, yeah, man, I've won. And then they were like, such and such, some other name. And I'm like, no, I'm top of the list. And then they'll show their chat. And I'll be like 20 to 30 names down. It's just like, oh, wow. So I at one point there, I gave up, on those one being the first type thing, because there was just no way I'd ever get there because of the lag. So, yeah, it's one of those tricky things. Yeah, I used to show everybody my chat, but you've just got to trust me. It's what's on my screen. I'm not purposely just picking names. It's what's on my screen. So, yeah, loaded differently. You was about 4 after, Jake? Yeah, well, that's crazy. So it says on your one, Nigel, that you were 4 after Jake. On mine, to give you an idea, I have you at, so I've got Jake J at 1, 2, 3. Then I've got Arnie, David Carlisle, Jacob, Jades, Mason, NZ Warriorsman, Arnie C, and Mason Waller. So I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on my chat. Yeah, before you actually popped up at 1, 2, 3. So it's a funny thing, eh? It's a funny thing, but it is what it is. So what's my favourite memory with my kids? Flip me days, Chris. I have so many, bud. It would be hard to pick out. We do a lot together as a family. Yeah, we've had some pretty cool memories out shooting, trapping. I mean, I think some of my best memories are out with the boys on some of their first trapping trips. We had one where we took the truck and the quad bike up into Arthur's Pass one winter, and we set the traps out, and it was a beautiful night. We set the traps out, and we woke up the next morning, and there was a hoarfrost. I mean, the quad bike had icicles that were actually standing up on the seats about an inch, and everything was just white, just completely white. And we pretty much had to boil the jug a few times to defrost the quad bike, and then we boosted out and we went round, and the guys were all rugged up in just about all the clothes they had, and we had a really good day. We got I think we put about 10, 15 traps out, because they were only little, so it wasn't a big trap line. It was more just a trip away, and I think we got about six or seven possums for that one night. So we were really stoked, and the kids loved it, and they were bopping them on the head and helping me pluck them. And I mean, it's things like that, eh? Up at my mate's batch, shooting possums with the wee 22. I've got the kids got a wee pump action Winchester, 1920, 1920. It's a 100-year-old Winchester, accurate as, open sights, and I'm shooting bunnies with that, shooting possums at night. Yeah, yeah. I couldn't probably pin it down to one particular memory. I have a lot of really cool memories with my kids. I've tried to really bring them up as much in the outdoors as I can. Taught them gun safety, little bit of outdoor ed, bushcraft and stuff like that. So I've tried to do as much as I can for that. It's very different now because there's so much technology around that it's very hard to pull them away from that. It's like they come home and they've got to do their homework. All their homework's now on laptops and things like that. So never shot a rabbit, Digger Mike. I'll have to take you out one night. We'll go and shoot a rabbit. I want to do a catch and cook, actually. It's a video I want to do coming up. So I've really tried to install a little bit of the old outdoors into the kids. Hunter especially actually has just been asking recently. He's pretty keen to get out and do a few trips. Ethan actually asked me the other day, my eldest boy, he actually asked if he could come on a deer hunt once I'm back on with my shoulder. He's actually really keen to shoot a deer. So that was quite out of the blue. So I was, oh, okay, yep, no, definitely, we'll organise a trip. Have I ever planned from moving from New Zealand? Never, bro. Yet. Even once I retire, I'll probably retire to the West Coast. I have no plans on leaving. I love New Zealand. Absolutely love New Zealand. It's I think even if I was living somewhere else, I'd probably move here. It's such a cool place. I mean, where else can you have your mountains on the doorsteps? You've got the ocean in your backyard. You fish, you can hunt, you can do anything you want all year round. There's no law. Well, I mean, you get your permits and all the rest of it, but there's no seasons other than duck and all the rest of it. But you can pop off to the hills one afternoon, shoot a deer, come back, take a boat out, get a feed of cod, and it's such a magic place. Absolutely magic place. Port Royal, how's it? Shooting possums, plucking them is a cool way. It is a good way to do it, and the prices have actually come back up now too, Port Royal. I don't know if you'd noticed, but $95 a kilo now. Most guys are doing for machine and hand plucked. So I heard Australian possums are hairy. Yeah, they're actually they're very different to your possums, Arnie C. They're very, very different. So it's a bit weird. Oh no, I'm just seeing things. Yeah, very, very different to your possums, mate. They like your possums are quite sparsely, they're quite manky looking things, whereas our possums, a lot of people say, oh, they're so cute, but they're definitely not. They are definitely not cute at all. They are, well, actually, they are quite cute looking, but they are just pests, and they need eradicating over here. I never shot any except targets and fish. Nice, Kiwi. Actually, I've got to go and have a look. If you want a good watch, I've got to go and watch your video, Kiwi Kaimoana, of your rundown on spear guns. Quite keen to watch that. I actually watched your other one the other day on weight belts. That was quite informative. I liked it, but I can't remember if I left a comment. But you're I've got to sit down and watch your wee premiere that you did tonight of the spear guns. So I'm planning on next summer getting a decent wetsuit, a proper two-piece, and get myself a spear gun. So yeah, quite looking forward to watching that. So if you're keen on anything like that, guys, go and watch Kiwi Kaimoana's premiere video that he dropped tonight at 7 o'clock. All about the ins and outs of spear guns for spearfishing. So quite keen to have a look at that. You got $100 a kilo, Port Royal. Where'd you get that from? Flip me days. I know most of the guys that have been on Facebook are all saying about 95 at the moment. So, who's the most keen child on shooting? Probably the two boys. They love it. Absolutely love it. Ethan was right into it when he was about their age, but he's got a girlfriend and work now, so he's not that keen on it. But yeah. Although on saying that, Peyton's just as keen. She loves doing it as well. She's just a bit more nervous about it, whereas the boys are all, they'll just pick up, load up, and they know all the safety sides of things. So, yeah, but they love it. EDC Middleman. Doing well, buddy. I hope you are doing the same. 75,000 tonnes of foliage in a night. Yep, and it's probably not that far off now too. Dave Newman is in the house. How's it, buddy? Hope that nasty weather up your way, was it last weekend, wasn't it? Didn't hamper you too much or affect you too much, Dave? Saw some nasty footage and photographs of a lot of flooding up your way. But hopefully it didn't affect you too much, mate. Digger Mike in with a super chat. Sure, bro. Oh, on the West Coast. Been doing gold lately. Nice. I'm missing the gold. I'm really missing it. Yeah. It's the one thing I'm probably not going to be able to really do properly until the physio gives me the all clear to probably go back to work. I just don't want to risk digging. I could possibly snipe, but I don't know how I'd go getting in and out of my wetsuit at the moment. Because that usually looks like an absolute retarded contortionist act to try and get into my wetsuit at the moment because it's a big one piece. And I've got to really, arms up behind my back and, look like an absolute goofy nod trying to get into it. And I don't know how my shoulder would go getting in and out. It might be okay getting in, but getting out will be a major, major hassle. And I don't want to rip anything trying to do that. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing any gold chasing until at least I get back to work, which is not that bad because it's probably middle of winter anyway. And I probably wouldn't be doing anything other than detecting until maybe the end of spring, summer anyway, once it warms up. So, yeah, but I do miss it. I do really miss it. My daughter has shot targets, Chris, but not an animal yet, whereas the boys have all got a rabbit and possum each. Actually, no, Peyton may have shot a possum. I'm not entirely. No, she hasn't. But the boys have. Boys have definitely shot animals. Pig dog, got to go. MotoGP is about to start. Cheers, Tony. Have a good one. And you rooting for anybody on the, or you just like watching it? I know when I used to watch the rallying heaps, the World Rally, and I had a couple of favourites that I was always rooting for. So, good luck with that, mate. Have fun. Just the lawn growth. So you didn't get major flooding then, Dave. That's good. That's cool. Have you got the fever? Mate, I got gold fever bad. I'm in total withdrawals. I'll go and pull my gold out just to have a look at it and play with it because I can't go and find any. So I've still got all my alluvial gold. I've sold all my gold coins, all that side of things. So, but yeah. Gee, that's weird. What's going on there? My chat's playing up on me. Yeah. Can you please explain what is gold sniping? A couple of guys in the spearfishing club say they do it, but I don't. Okay, so Kiwi Kai Moana, gold sniping, they have a channel called Kiwi Gold Sniper. Oh, you know those chaps. Okay, right. Yep. Now, gold sniping is basically you throw the wetsuit on, you jump in the river with your goggles and your snorkel, but what you're doing is you're looking for crevices running across the river or down the river, big cracks in the bedrock. So you're looking for bedrock first, And then you're looking for the crevices in the bedrock that either go down the river or across the river. And what they form is little vortexes or eddies within the flow, and the gold drops into them. So when you're going sniping, you're just putting your face, you're looking in, you're going into the water, you like you do with power. You're diving down, you're checking out these crevices. Instead of looking for power, you're fanning away the overburden or any shingle on top, and you get right down to the V of the crevice, right down to the bottom of the crevice, and that's generally where the gold sits because it's heaviest. That's the heaviest, like it's heavier than anything else. It sinks to the bottom of these crevices and just sits in there. And sometimes it'll actually wedge itself into little cracks. So as you're going along, you're doing what they call sniping. So you're looking for gold on the bedrock in these cracks and crevices, and you've got a pair of tweezers, a snuffer bottle, which sucks up the gold and holds the gold in there, and maybe a what we call a scraper, or just a scraper of some sorts that you can scrape out the cracks, and definitely got to have a pair of tweezers to pick up the wee pieces of gold. And so basically you're just swimming along upstream. Just like looking for power, mate. You're going down, checking out those certain spots, fanning away, like you move away the kelp and all the rest of it. You fan away the overburden, the shingle, and generally that's where you'll find the gold, if it's there. It's not always guaranteed to be there either. Sometimes you'll go down to the most beautiful looking cracks and you'll move all the overburden, there'll be nothing in there. And then you'll have a look at some tiny wee crack and you know, there's nothing in there, and you have a look and you put your face down and say, there's like nuggets and flakes everywhere. On one of my trips I had at Christmas, I had exactly that. I had a crevice running down the river, which is, in theory, shouldn't hold gold. But the river was doing an S and was actually going across that. And I pulled just over a gram alone just out of that little crack. So hopefully that gives you a bit of an idea. Kiwi kai moana. It's sort of hard to explain. It's way better to show you. But it's funny because I actually watched the Kiwi Gold Snipers, their channel. That's cool. I go into the same places they go to, and they've found a lot of gold. It's phenomenal. Shot no possum, but isn't a possum awesome? Say that 5 times. No. My oldest boy's 17, mate. So yeah, Tassie boys, mate. I watch those guys religiously. Old Levi, he's awesome. In fact, we've had chats and conversations outside of YouTube as well. He's awesome, man. He finds they got some good gold over in Tassie. Yeah, he's invited me over there. It's like I'll never get over there, but flip, if I ever go over there, he's like, oh, come over, man. I'll hook you up. So yeah. That's right, Jade. After a couple of minutes, you do get used to the cold. Generally, I'll have a wetsuit on. I only wear a 3 mil wetsuit, but you're quite active while you're fanning things away. So you do heat up a little bit. In fact, in the middle of summer, I can actually get really hot and end up sweating in my wetsuit. So, now I've got some proper tweezers, Digger Mike, got some big long ones to reach right down into the crevice. And plus they've got to be pointy as well, whereas all the ones the missus has got those flat tips on them. So no, you need the pointy ones. Port Royal, can I have? Well, that's a bit cheeky, EDC. Yeah, look up Tassie boys on YouTube, man. They are awesome. And Levi has an amazing gift for his actual cinematography. His videos flow really well. They've got a good combination of B-roll and like landscaping, drone footage, and all the rest of it. And of course, he finds heaps of golds. I mean, what else do you want? But he's a real cool chap too, real likable chap. Jake J, I wonder why. Okay, Jake J is, from what I know, and this is just going from what I know. I don't know the full story, but other than the fact that the YouTubing was actually getting in the way of their, they dredge as a job. So abyss dredging, their job is actually the dredging. So they do that as their job. And not only that, one of their claim is actually seasonal. So it does get shut down for a certain amount of time. So they were having real issues with trying to make the content, trying to keep that going. But while they were doing that, they were losing actual dredging time. And so they've decided, and it must have been a real hard decision to make, they decided to pull the pin on the YouTube and just concentrate wholly on just the dredging, being that that's their job. That's where they make their livelihood from. So it would be like, um, it would be like you guys going to work for your job and then trying to make a video of that every day. You know what I mean? It just it gets in the way of what you're doing. It gets in the way of your productivity, um, the safety side of things, and it was just eating into their profits basically. So I think it's probably a pretty hard decision to make, but yeah, they've just decided to go at it full time and concentrate on that rather than trying to make videos and keep the YouTube going. So I know the Sluices was pretty happy about it though, because it shot them into being the biggest gold channel now in New Zealand. So good on you, Dylan. I know he's real stoked about it. So yeah, true. I know. Well, they got a couple of claims, Jake. They've got two claims, and one of them is is seasonal. The other one's not. But I'd say the other one's would be probably very weather dependent as well. I'd say that one their main one would get up and flood pretty easily as well. Kiwi and Oz. How's it, Jamie? How you doing, mate? Feeling the cold here on the coast? Yeah, the weather's just been mank, mate. Weather's been mank everywhere. It's horrible. The sluice, yeah, Dylan's a crack up EDC. Been detecting with him and done a lot of gold trips with him. He's a good young lad. But how's about we do this other giveaway? So I got another couple of wee coins here. Nice little couple of nice sixpences. New Zealand one and a British one. Again, it's just a number game, and this number was chosen by Braxton, I think. So Brax has got this number here. Digger Mike, really hope it doesn't rain on the 1st of May. If it is, I'll be gutted. Oh, come on, Digger Mike. You've got a Knox, mate. It's waterproof. Just put a jacket on. Be a man. Harden up. You'll have your waders too from the. You'll know what I'm talking about. Your waders. JJ, can't wait to get back out on claim. Got a job at Kiwi Rail starting in a month, so maybe. Oh, gutting, Jake. Mind you, should be pretty cold. Probably rather flooded as well on anybody's claim at the moment. I don't do a huge amount during the winter because of the cold, and I've only got a 3mm suit. When I jump in during the winter, flat, usually by about halfway through the day, I am cramping up bad, and my fingers have gone completely numb. I'm probably completely in stage 1 hypothermia as well, but I don't give up. I don't stop. I'll keep going. But once I get out, I'll cramp up like an old man, and it's terrible. I've done a few winter trips, and it's it's good. You get the gold and all the rest of it. It's a fun trip, but gee whiz, it's hard on the body when it's cold like that. My goodness. Was with them at the meetup. Oh, how did that go, Jade? Did you do all right? Because the Sluices had their meetup this weekend. I wanted to go there, but Mother's Day today, so I had the hard word, so I had to do the family thing, and so I know they were over there and you were over there. You took your boy too, didn't you, Jade? Jade's got a wee boy the same name as mine, Brax, with one of my boys. Did you get much, mate? Yeah, true, you don't overheat, but yeah, you go the other way and you end up with icicles hanging off your nose, mate. No, we didn't get any snow, mate. Didn't get any snow. We got hail, but we didn't get snow. Doesn't rain on the 1st of June. Oh, yeah, 1st of June, isn't it? Yeah, 'cause 31st of May is your D-Day, isn't it? isn't it, Digger Mike? I'm getting into magnet fishing. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of magnet fishing. I watch the guys, and they all seem to just pull up big chunks of iron, and I can go walking through the Avon and pull up bits of iron left, right, and centre if I really wanted to. But yeah, none of our decent coins will stick to a magnet other than our 50s, 10s, and 20s. So not much point in that. Ours would be frozen. It's right up. Oh yeah, okay. So you'd have snow on the ground and everything. Mind you, I watched Paulie, old Pioneer Paulie, do one over in Alaska. There over in, oh no, not Alaska, Canada, and they had snow on the ground. And I mean, flip. I think he was in just about a dry suit, and he was still freezing. So no, blow that. Yep. Did a good weekend. Magic. Cool. Did they have plenty turn up, Jade? Because I was worried about I did mention to him being Mother's Day, he might not get too many. Did he have a good turnout to his thing, or yeah, how did it all go? I was on the forklift at work when that hail hit. Oh, buddy, were you outside? Nasty. Can't imagine being there. Auckland's not cold, Mason. Yeah, Paulie's a bit of fun, isn't he, Jake? He's a bit of a character. Right, let's do this other giveaway. So I got this number here. I will write in the number range. Nope, it's not that one. It's that one. To that one. Chris, before you have a go at Parwell or spearfishing, you really need to talk to me about, or any other local diver, as to where to go and not to go. Yeah, I have heard that, Kiwi Kaimoana. I've got another chap who's got a boat who does a lot, and he's given me a few good places to go. I've done a little bit up in the Sounds. But again, there's bays up there, you go in there, and it's actually devoid of anything. It's quite sad, really sad. You'll go from one bay being fish, weed, coral, just alive, and then you'll go a couple of bays round, and it's just nothing, absolute nothing. There's not a fish in the bay. There's nothing on the bottom. It's unreal, really unreal. It's quite sad. It's almost quite spooky. But I have done a wee bit with a Hawaiian sling. But yeah, pretty keen to have a really good crack at it. But no, I'll definitely catch up with you, mate. Definitely. I'll tell you what, Port Royal, when you're finding the gold and you're onto gold, you soon forget about it, eh? And then it's not till you stop when you realise you've just well overdone it, or you cramp up midstream, like you get in a funny position trying to get something out, and then all of a sudden you cramp up, and then you realise, oh yeah, I'm starting to get a bit cold. But no, definitely does take the mind off it. And I'll tell you what, when I'm sniping, I'm like fully in my happy place, man. You're just lying there in the water. You're just all floating, and you're just fanning things away, and you're just the anticipation of seeing a wee nuggy sitting in there in amongst the shingles, and I love it, absolutely love it. It's probably one of my most favourite things to do, next to being on a hunt up on a mountainside with a really nice view. Tent all set up, like camp all set up. Got a wee fire going, and it's just you by yourself, the bird life, the noises of the bush, or I guess you'd call it the silence of the bush, and just looking out, and just, yeah, absolute serenity. And the fire, the crackling of the fire, those would be probably two of my most awesomest happy places. Yeah, and I get the feeling that spearfishing would possibly be a little bit the same, just that whole floating around, just being, yeah, at one with the ocean. And yeah, I get the feeling that'd be very similar in feeling. But I remember when the kid, I shot my dad's speaker. EDC, well done, good job. I bet you was happy with that. Hey guys, let's do this giveaway. So the number range is 50 to 100. So So I got a number between 50 and 100. Brax has picked out this number for us. Haven't seen it yet. Look at you guys with your 69s. He's not that bad. There it goes. I have seen it. I will just go back. So stop, guys. Stop, stop, stop. I have seen it. The number was 63. Hunter's the one that would pick 69. Brax is a little bit not quite that bad. Yeah. So we got 51, 77. We've got to use guys with the 59s. The 69s. So yeah, going through, 43, 51, 55, 56, 73, 65. So yeah, and there it goes there. NZ Warriorsman with 63. Good job, buddy. Well done. Congrats, man. NZ Warriorsman. Flick me through your details of where you want this sent, mate. And I will flick that away. I've got everything all packaged up to go out this week. I've been really slacking a bit behind it. So, yeah, got that all set up, ready to go. Bit of lag tonight, was there, Jade? Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, if we're lagging, we might call it then. Knives are going really well. I actually got another order. Old salmon hunter Sean, who was in the chat a little bit earlier. I'm not sure if he's here still at the moment. He put another order in, so that was pretty cool. So I am actually got 10 on the go at the moment. So I've got 10 knives on the go. All the knives are out in the garage there, Kiwi Kai Moana. I've got a busy week this week with kids stuff with school, so I'm not even sure if I'm going to get much time on them. Hopefully maybe Tuesday I'll do the tempering. Then a bit of hand sanding after that. Then they'll go to the laser engraver. So may not get them back this week, but I would say I will have at least half of them finished by the following week. Handles and sheaths ready to go. I've got a couple of people who have paid up front for them, so they go first, top of the list. I'll get those done first, get those shipped out. Then there's a bunch of other ones. There's a few going up north, a couple going up north. Friend of Clay's has bought one. Jade's got an order there. He's got one, so I'll do a delivery up to Nelson and drop those off. So that'll be pretty cool. So I'll probably do that in June. Maybe do a midweek trip up there, do a couple of days, stay up there and deliver those knives. And yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, still getting a lot of inquiries. But other than that, most of it's just been word of mouth and use guys off the streams, which has been pretty cool. But no, they're going well. I'm still very happy with them. Still really enjoy doing them. I wish I could do a little bit more, but I do get a little bit, I get a wee bit pooped with the hand sanding at the moment. So, and that's what most of the work as I'm doing at the moment is hand sanding the blades, getting them prepped for the heat treatment. And then once they're treated, it's a very final, very quick sand after that. Then send them away for the logos. And then once they come back from the logos, they get the handles on them. And that's when I really enjoy it. I love doing the handles. So, yeah. So I'd say within 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have all 10 of them made and ready for their owners. One of them's actually for me. It's I'm doing another a big brute, because I've got a video I want to do, a survival video where I take three items into the bush, no food, no nothing, just a knife, a fire starter or flint, and it's either going to be some paracord or monofilament nylon. Probably go with the nylon, I think. A spool of nylon, maybe 100 kg brake strain or 100-pound brake strain nylon, because I can tie things together with that, but I can also make snares and traps with that as well. So the whole idea of the video is to go away for 4 days, 3 nights, build shelter, make fire, and try and collect food to eat. So my knife is a big brute. It's a half machete, but still sharp enough and with a tip that I can dress out an animal and skin an animal if needed. And yeah, but big enough and hefty enough. It's a 4.5mm thick blade, hefty enough to be able to chop wood, chop down trees, and build a shelter as well. So quite looking forward to that. So that'll be a June trip. So that'll be right in the middle of winter. So it'll be a real survival trip. And I'll still have my shoulder as well. So I'm still going to have to be pretty careful about it. But yeah, I'll have my EPIRB with me and all my survival gear. But other than that, the three tools I'm going to take is just a flint, knife, and monofilament. Mason Waller, thanks, buddy. Magic. Get these last 2 in. Mad Kiwi for another one. Cheers, matey. And then we'll do some end of stream draws, I think. What do you reckon? What else have we got here? Stephen Dixon, I'll ring. Oh, okay. Yep, sweet as, mate. Yeah. Oh, I don't need to crack another bourbon bottle, mate. Takes me a while to get through my bottles. But I might go and have another bourbon with the missus. And sit down, have a wee chill while the kids are in bed before we go to bed. I didn't miss anything else, did I? Gee, I've got one from a few weeks ago. Yeah, you have, mate. I've got them all set up, ready to go. Let me know. Yeah, no, sweet as, Jade. No hurry. Yep. I actually I sourced a nice bit of Remu for your handle the other day. I've been keeping an eye out for some nice heart Remu, and I scored a couple of pieces. So milled that up the other day and got that ready. So all I've got to do now is just make the brass bolster for yours, and yeah, then that'll be your handle made up. So most of the other ones I've got the handles partially done and ready to go. Like I think I've showed you a few of the handles now, including Mike's one, Digger Mike's. They're all ready to go. So basically, as soon as they're heat treated and I get them back with the logos on them, I can basically do a mass gluing where I can just glue them all together, clamp them all together, and then it's just a matter of hand sanding them and working them down to getting them feeling nice, oiling them up, and making the sheaths for them, the Kydex sheaths. And the Kydex sheaths, man, they take half an hour to an hour to get them molded up right if you get it right the first time. So yeah, it's not too bad. So I should have, I'd say I may even have a couple done. If I get the blades back before the end of the week, I may be able to get a couple done during the weekend, next weekend, and then I should be able to get. Sure, I reckon I'll be pretty close to getting them all done by the following week. So it'd be good because we desperately need the money for it. So it'll help pay a few bills. Right, let's do Vanguard. My goodness, mate, you always come in at the end of the streams, don't you, buddy? Have you been on your hunting trip, Vanguard? You were doing a pretty sure you were doing a chopper trip, weren't you? So this is these names I'm putting in the barrel now are the members and patrons. Oh, no hurry, Jade. Don't panic. It's all good, mate. We'll keep in touch. I think your one's costing just shy of $1 million there, Jade. It's 24 karat gold, solid gold blade, diamond encrusted handle. No, we'll keep in touch, mate. It's no panic. 6 days of rain, 1 stag shot. Oh, bro. Oh, gutting. How many days were you out for? Because I think, you were doing quite a big trip, weren't you? Gutting. Oh, what are you posting up there, Mad Kiwi? One for the prospectors. YouTube, is that a gold video, is it? So did you shoot the stag, Vanguard? Or was one of your mates? Alrighty, so this is for one of the entries in the knife. I will, Mad Kiwi. I won't be able to have a look until after. So this is for another entry in the knife. We've got a couple here. There we go. Who have we got here? Arnie C. Arnie C, you have another one beside your name. That gives you 2 entries now into the knife giveaway. Congratulations, bro. Well done. Oh, mate was on the gun. Oh, you actually cut it short because of the rain. Oh, that stink. I hate trips that end up like that, eh? I've had, yeah, I've had a few trips down to Stewart Island, and one of them was like that. It just rained the entire time. But we got to the point where we basically just put all our wet weather gear on and just went out, because it was basically, you pay a blooming fortune to get down there, and the last thing you want to do is sit in the hut playing card games and drinking beer. So we got to the point where it's basically, nah, we just put all our gear on and we went out, and it was probably one of our better trips. I got 2. I think we all got a deer each. I got a couple. I got my first ever buck, although it was only a spiker. But I'm pretty sure all the guys shot a deer each. And a couple of us got a couple. And old Tin Bum got 3, I think 3 or 4. But yeah, they were still out in the rain. We were really surprised. We thought they'd be hunkered down, but no, they were still roaming the sand dunes and quite happily feeding out in the rain. So sort of blew all the theories we had of deer hunkering down in the rain out the window. Live long and prosper. Too right, Arnie. You're gonna have to keep coming back on a Sunday night, bro. You need 3 more, and you can win yourself a fancy new custom knife. So hopefully next Sunday I can maybe have a couple made up. See if we can have Salmon Hunter Sean's one made up, and Blade's one made up, and see if we can show those off. Oh, okay. Sweet. So yeah, see if we can have those and we can show those off, and maybe Mike's one, Digger Mike's as well. See how we go. The Seeker roaring was... Oh, that's right. You went up north chasing Seeker, didn't you? Jealous much. Oh, you're up that way anyway, aren't you? That's right. Right, just folding up all these names for the Super Chat draw. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Port Royal, although we were down in Mason's Bay when we were hunting Stewart Island in the rain, and we were actually hunting the sand dunes, because 90% of the deer that you shoot in Mason's Bay and all through there, they're actually out in the sand dunes. They don't seem to hide in the bush much. They come right out, and like every morning you go down to the beach and there's just a highway of deer tracks up and down. Yeah, we're at Mason. Yeah, your bay, mate. Yeah, we've done Mason's Bay Hut, and we've also stayed at the homestay at the end of the bay, the old original house, or whatever it is, the old station house at the end of the bay. So we've stayed there, and it was that one that one, yeah, that trip that rained just about all the whole time, and in there with a sneaky last minute one there, Digger Mike, and yeah, we found them all out on the in the sand dunes, but admittedly the sand dunes are probably from where the beach finishes and the sand dunes start. There's probably a good there would probably be easy 300 or 400 meters of sand dunes before you actually hit the native bush, and they're all rolling. And so you'll come up one and you'll see another one, couple of sand dunes down, or you might find one down in the hollow right in front of you. Yeah, it was quite amazing. We all had a really good time. So I wouldn't say that the rain exactly was masking our bush noise, but it probably would have been masking any other noise that we were making, which would have been quite handy. But my goodness, it was cold, far out, just freezing. I would come back, and one of the guys who we used to take over there, he never hunted. He just did our cooking for us. We'd get back and the fire would be roaring, and you'd just strip all your wet clothes off and you'd run around in your gruds trying to warm up in front of the fire. It was, yeah, anybody looking from in the window would be very concerned. Mason, cheers, mate, you're a legend. Yeah, you'd pretty much whip all your wet clothes off. Because I'm going to tell you what, when it rains down there, it rains. It's not just a little drizzle, it is phenomenal. And when you're in the bush, I remember it was raining on Port Adventure side, the ferns are waist deep or waist high. And so when it rains in the bush, you get the rain coming straight down, and it's so heavy that it bounces back up off the ferns. And so your jacket does nothing because it's all bouncing back up into your face, and you just get saturated. It's phenomenal. The time of year for stags to Mad Kiwi. Yeah, the blood warms the hands. I'll tell you what it does. Tomorrow I work 8 a.m. to 11:30. Cook breakfast. Oh, nice. Sounds good. Kiwi Kai Moana. What is the stag roar that happens in April in Fiordland? Guys in the club. Yep. Well, basically, Arnie C sneaks in there. Energy, yeah, it is a Vanguard. Yeah, Kiwi Kai Moana, in April, March, April, and sometimes into May, but usually end of March and all of April, the stags go into their rutting season. So they're basically it's their shagging season basically, and they roar. So they'll roar to entice other stags into fights, and then they'll fight over the hinds that they're holding. And it's basically a big territorial fight. The stags are all horny as heck. They go a bit mad and dumb. They'll come right up to you if you roar. I've roared stags into 5-6 meters before, and they just stand there, stare at you, and want to have a go at you. I had to shoot one in particular, that guy there, the 8-pointer up here. I've said the story before on here, but basically I roared him into about 5 meters away, 3 meters away, and basically he wouldn't back down, and yeah, I had to shoot him. He lowered his head. He was pretty much going to take us out, and I had to shoot him. So he's a cool character, stag. Even though he was a bit young, I pretty much had to pull the trigger on that boy. He just wasn't going to back down. He rolled his eyes back into his head, and he was going to go us. But yeah, so what they do, mate, it's basically their mating season. So they go a bit silly, go a bit dumb. They're all full of testosterone and all the rest of it, chasing the hinds. And so basically they'll roam around roaring and chasing hinds basically, or scrapping with other stags for the dominant positions and the most hinds. So yeah, pretty much Kiwi Kai Moana, it's probably most hunters' hunt of the year. So everybody really hypes up and gets excited about the roar, and it's basically that period in the year where everybody goes out. Even your guys who don't hunt much will generally go out and try and get a stag during the roar. So sadly, I missed it this year. I was a bit gutted, but is what it is. You just take it on the chin and keep going, don't you? So Arnie's in there with another last minute super chat. Cheers, mate. On a side note, was going to get a Land Cruiser, but the missus wants another kid. So I'm going to get a jet ski instead. Nice. Very cool. Ah, no, it's all right, Arnie. See, you've made it in there. Only stag I know is a stag do. Yeah. I'll tell you what. They're probably pretty fun. Personally, I'd say stag hunt would be better than a stag do, but that's just my personal preference. Yeah, not much of a duck shooter myself, Mad Kiwi. So I've been on a couple of open day shoots, but yeah, not quite my thing. Maybe as I get a bit older. Like a Saturday night. Right. The closest we've had in Fiordland, my mate. Oh my goodness, that is very close, mate. Very close. I've seen videos of other guys basically where they're standing there with the gun in front of them and the deer come right up, sniff the gun and run away type things. I've seen that before. The closest I've ever had was probably this guy here at about 3 meters, 3 to 5 meters away. So, right, who's it going to be for the second? Oh, well and truly, Mad Kiwi. I've got a few mates who come off the raw and just basically into full-time prep on the ducks. Get their mai all sorted out on the lake and right, got one. Whoa, drop that. Who's in for the next one? It is, what have we got there? Jade. Jade's Adventures. You get another one. Oh, Jade, you're up to 3 now, mate. So I've got Nigel with 2, Blades Piggin with 2, Jade has 3. Woohoo! Pig Dog 1, Arnie C with 2, and Kiwi Kaimoana with 1. Alrighty, guys. Congratulations. I think I have everybody's details for sending things out. So don't worry about that, guys. I should be alright. Yep. Congrats, mate. Well done. I don't have too much more to waffle on about. I could keep waffling on about hunting and ducks and deer and gold all blooming night, but yeah, we'll probably call it, I think. If I get to 4, can I buy the last spot? Arnie, no, you can't. You've just got to be patient and keep trying. Yeah, Vanguard, you're always coming in late. You're always here for the end of them, bro. I know, you just got here. We've been going, flip me days, we've been going 88 minutes too. My goodness. So, yeah. I'm always savage for Arnie. Yeah, play by the rules. Yeah. So, well, it depends what you want to pay me, but yeah, nah. Yes, got to play by the rules, got to make it fair. So, yeah, but anyway, guys, wish me luck this week. I have 2 school outings with the boys. I've got a trip with Brax tomorrow. School trip with Brax tomorrow. What are we doing? Going to Horswell Quarry, I think, and learning all about that. And then on Wednesday, I've got a school trip with Hunter to check out our refuse station. I think they're doing a project with school. So my lovely wife put my hand up since I'm at home as parent help. So, but I don't mind that. It's actually quite cool. It's one of the perks of being home, I guess, is to being able to do stuff like that. I was meant to do one last week for Peyton, but the school had a strike, so that was a bit of a shame. But so that's been postponed till next month. But yeah, keeps me busy. So here's Mr. Poser.
How's it going, guys?
You put on your deep voice too?
Yep.
Oh, you're a winner. Oh, say goodbye to the people.
Are you about to end it?
I am about to end it.
How many
yes,
people?
I am. Oh, we've had Oh, we've averaged about 20 odd people in there. Everybody's leaving now, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah, done all the draws.
Took one look at you and needed
Yeah, they saw
Yep,
saw
pretty
you
much.
saw you and bolted. So I know he just comes in here and just poses, puts on the big flex, sucks in his tummy.
Did you receive his email?
Mason, I've received your last one, Mason, from your last thing you've won. So unless you have just sent one now, then it'll probably pop up soon. So yeah. Alrighty, guys. Yeah, definitely dig a mic. I know you're back at work now, but I mean, I can still work around that. Yeah, Kiwi Kai, he thinks he's Hulk Hogan. He's he's Bulk Grogan maybe. Yes, mate. Ah, sweet ass. Cool bananas. What do we got here, Vanguard? It's been a pleasure. Yeah, yeah. Even if you wear late, Vanguard. Yeah, and just send me an email, Stephen, unless you've got my details, and we'll talk knives. Definitely, mate. It'd be cool. And otherwise, have a great week, guys. And no, I'm pretty sure I've seen. Pretty sure I saw yours, Mason. So don't panic. I will go back through and have a look. But just in case, mate, flick it through again. I've got a whole bunch of prizes here. I've been a bit slack. I've got a whole bunch here that I've got to send away. I've got Silver Tony Fizz prize there and J Rogers prize. He got back to me later that night from the big 4K giveaway. So both of those packages are going away this week. So, yep, I've saved up a few pennies to do all the postage. So we've been able to, yeah, we can finally get all that away. So I'll get everything away this week. So everything that's been, yeah, a bit delayed. Yeah, we'll get there, mate. We'll get there. So, yeah, have a great week. Be safe. Yeah, and with any luck, we'll have a bit more to share next week. And, yeah, we'll go from there. No worries, Mason. Be safe, guys. And until the next one, happy hunting. Right. See you guys.